Will Mr. Isaac Stein please come forward? I would also ask Dr. Mary Horniak to present herself. She will present Isaac's qualifications for receiving the honorary degree. Put you right here.
Isaac Stein, attorney, entrepreneur, businessman, philanthropist. You have directed your great talents to the benefit of others. In keeping with the strengths of your broad education, you have served on a Biosciences Advisory Council and a charitable foundation supporting the arts. Through your work on the Stanford University Board and several other Stanford bodies, including service as board chair, you show the importance of giving back to the institutions that have given to you. Your corporate endeavors and your volunteer service are of the highest caliber, examples to all of a life richly lived. You are already a part of the Arcadia family by marriage, and we are honored to add your name to our rolls and to award you the degree of Doctor of Laws.
By the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Board of Trustees of this grand university, I now confer upon you, Isaac Stein, the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Doctor.
Thank you.
I will now ask our provost to help us with the robing. Dr. Michael.
Stay like this?
There we are. I'm pretty good at that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much for those kind words. My mother would appreciate them, and my father would almost believe they were true. I want to begin, of course, with congratulations to all of you who are receiving degrees here today. It's a pleasure to be receiving one with you, especially since, unlike you, I have had to take no classes, exams, or write any papers to receive mine. I remember my own graduate school graduations through the rose-tinted lenses of time. The sky was blue. Of course, I was in California. I was with friends and family. Somebody in an academic robe like this one was making a speech, and I have not the slightest recollection of anything they said, although I am sure it was eloquent. Mercifully, they were brief, and I promised to do my best to do the same. One thing I do remember, however, from those graduations was a deep sense of gratitude. Gratitude to my parents who had never attended college but saw that their children graduated from graduate schools. Gratitude to the faculty who taught and inspired me. Gratitude to my wife who had worked as I did so that we could get our graduate degrees together. I suspect that for most of you here today, there is somebody sitting to one of the sides here who has also helped make it possible for you to complete the degrees you're receiving today. So why don't we take a moment for any of you who share that feeling to just stand up and wave to the special people who helped make your degrees possible. Thank you. I think they love you. Reading the news these days, it would be very easy to come away depressed with the state of the world. In the late 60s, when I was in graduate school, it was not that different. We were in the middle of a controversial war. The politics of the country were polarized, and the economy was heading south. Sound familiar? Everybody was telling us what a terrible world we graduates would be facing, but I didn't believe it then, and I don't believe it now. I think it's a time of tremendous opportunity and tremendous challenge for our country, for our world, and for each of you. we are not in trouble. We are just, as the cartoon character Pogo liked to say, confronted by insurmountable opportunities. We just have to surmount the challenges and capture the opportunities, and that is where each of you has a role. The good news is that some of the key disciplines that will be essential to our future are exactly the ones you are graduating in today. Fields like education, healthcare, international relations, but each represents both opportunity and challenge. Education is at the heart of our democracy. Democracy requires an equality of opportunity to thrive, and without education, there is no equality of opportunity. It is education that is central to every parent's dreams of a secure and productive future for their children. Education may be essential, but we have not found a way to make K-12 education work in our increasingly diverse society. So each of you graduating in education today will need to find the solutions that lets us keep those dreams of equal opportunity alive. Similarly, I'm confident that the 21st century will be the century of biology, and we will have the opportunity to see remarkable progress in our ability to extend the length and quality of human life. But those of you in healthcare-related fields will have to help us find the balance that allows us to reap this harvest without bankrupting our economy as we pay for these amazing healthcare advances. Finally, globalization is a fact of life in everything we do. It opens new markets for some of our workers while costing others their jobs. Like other countries, we have the opportunity to do what is in our national interest, but we will need a way for this country and all other countries to balance national interests with those of a global society. The opportunity, again, is huge, but so are the risks. And it will take the kind of global training those of you in the international disciplines have received to help us work through that maze. But I want to leave you with one last thought on the professional skills with which you've just graduated. And that is, your most important skills will always be common sense, flexibility, and the ability to analyze and solve problems. These analytical skills are the most important things you take away from Arcadia. In each of your careers, I know you will be asked to solve problems that have not yet been identified with tools that have not yet been invented. And just as Arcadia built itself from the small, single-sex, undergraduate-only college of 800 women I knew more than 40 years ago, to the broadly diversified 4,000-student university you are receiving graduate degrees from today, you will have to build on your training to meet the changing future as you find it and as you shape it. Seeing you here today gives me renewed confidence that we can navigate our way through the opportunities and challenges ahead. Congratulations to each of you, and thank you.